JP Morgan famously said that millionaires don't need astrologers, but billionaires do. So today we are discussing, how does astrology bring value to the market? How does it help people become millionaires and billionaires? Can you know and predict the stock market? Who knows? So this is what we're discussing today. I am Fox RedSky, and I'm your host for Astrology Obsessed. And I've been obsessed with astrology since I was 10 years old. I love it. It's something that I just am fascinated with. I feel like you can just learn and learn and learn, and it's just like you still don't know everything. So for me, someone who's always trying to grow their spirit, grow all areas of their life, I feel like astrology is like my decoder pin. So today, we're going to discuss astrology and its value to the marketplace. You know, people, millionaires, billionaires, people on Wall Street, they use astrology, whether they admit it or not. Apple doesn't just randomly pick dates. They have an astrologer. Everything is timed with the stars. So when they're launching that product, when they're preparing that new gadget, they seek the experts of some of the top astrologists. So just think about these things. So let's just take a look. What are some things that would be beneficial for someone who, say, isn't very well versed in astrology, but wants to use it to its benefit in terms of launching a product or an enterprise or business? There's some things, I think, some little hints, some tidbits that So what astrology does, it helps us understand the energies around us, and if we learn how to pay attention, we can select which days are going to be beneficial, and not beneficial in some cases, to maybe launch our business or launch that company that we're seeking, or make that investment. Knowing that Mercury in retrograde, if you're trying to do something, create something new, you're trying to get into some kind of new deal or new real estate, any new business, don't do it. Don't do it in Mercury in retrograde. Unless, of course, your natal chart is in Mercury in retrograde, because I found those cats actually tend to have really good luck. Those people that were born with their chart when it's all, they do great. I don't get it. But no, side note. So Mercury in retrograde. The planet Mercury, it rules communication, technology, moving parts, contracts. So when it's in retrograde, you would assume that it would not be a good time to sign that new contract or launch that new project. Usually you're going to experience delays. I've had it where I break my phone, or I'll say something and someone will just hear something completely different. I'll be like, that's not what I said at all. Like, how did they interpret that? That wasn't what. So yeah, Mercury in retrograde, it's a pain in the butt. However, this is also a good time to reach out to old clients, to old contracts, and kind of work within the past to fix anything. This is a good time to do that. Something where it's like perfect. What is the perfect alignment of things? And I would say Jupiter conjoined with the Sun. And if you're familiar with the Sun, or if you're familiar with Jupiter, the Sun is your passion. The Sun is what brings you joy and brilliance, and it's your ego in a healthy way. And Jupiter is the wisdom of the ages, but it's also expansion. It's the second largest heavenly body in the solar system. So when these two come together, it is a fantastic time of great abundance. So launching a project, creating that business, this is signing contracts, all those things. When the Sun and Jupiter are conjoined, you're like, hallelujah, hallelujah. It's like angels, it's light shining, all that kind of stuff. That is the time to do these things. And finally, I'd like to briefly touch, and I will probably do a whole video about this, but I'd like to talk about our Saturn return. And Saturn return, is a time between the ages of 27 and 31 where we are really finding out who we are. And after it has return is like the time when we have all the drive and the energy and the effort to really pursue our destiny here on this earth, our career. But during that time, it's a shitstorm. It's not so bueno. It's very, but I mean, again, everybody's different. It really depends on your karma in this life. It depends on your maturity level as a soul. There's so many things. Some people's Saturn's returns can be miraculous, and mine wasn't. It was a shitstorm. That's another story. We'll talk about it one day. But yeah, so Saturn return. Maybe not the best time to, invest everything you have into a project. You really, really want to wait until your Saturn after you've come out of your Saturn return to be able to make the right decisions, because it can be a very weird time energetically. So what business and product are you trying to launch right now? Have you looked at astrology as a way of maybe guiding you along the path? Or is this your first business? Is this your second business? How much do you really know about astrology and its powerful uses and predictions in terms of the stock market? Let me know in the comments below. I've had a wonderful time speaking with you, getting to know you, and remember that all your dreams and visions are possible, and you can use astrology as a tool in your toolbox. Your host, Fox RedSky, and you're watching Astrology Obsessed.